Hey guys, it's Formulka. Welcome back to Bohemia, where we just backstepped our long-term ally over here, Brandenburg. I'm thinking about leaving the alliance with Denmark. May or may not do this. Probably will do it. Because Hungary kind of makes more sense. They are protected by France, so they shouldn't get into stupid wars. They are fabricating some claims. I don't know why. They are maybe because of missions. But they hate Poland. Poland is really strong. But they hate him. So that's something we have in common. They vassalized Teutonic Order. Oh god, poor guys. Support independence. He would go for it. I can support the independence of the Teutonic Order. He's allied to Sweden. I wonder if having Denmark as an ally is a liability or helpful. Let's check out the ledger. So Austria is still on top. Ottomans are kind of weakened actually. And there is Muscovy, which is finally above Lithuania. Poland, which I think outgrew already. You'll see. It will happen, guys, eventually. It's gonna happen. And I also think it may be time to take up our military. Yeah, next year. Fantastic. And we will be able to take an idea which will be militaristic, and then we will switch our focus on military ideas. So we can become... We are feudal monarchy. The administrative monarchy is level 12. I think it used to be 10. Not anymore. So Brunswick in the end won the war, which means he won the war as well. Poor Brandenburg. But they were really silly. Like most of the game they had like 6 guys or 8, even though they were the size of me. You know what? Oh, poor guy, he's stuck over here. No, I have to give him the access. He needs it. Poor guy. We took his capital from him. And those 2 provinces are now siegeable like that. He's so weak. He has lost all of his allies. Oh, what have I done? I feel so bad for doing that. How did you let me do this, guys? I felt like I kicked a puppy. But you know what? It's a Brandenburg or future Prussian shaped puppy, so it kinda deserved to be kicked, to be honest. There's some reinforcements coming in. Let's finish the reinforcements. It's just the mercenaries. And we are using mercenaries quite a bit because it's just necessary. Which makes the administrative ideas awesome, just fantastic. If you combine them with the innovative, the mercenaries are like minus 50% cost. And you have like 2 extra advisors to choose from. Cardinal across the border. So we can pay and bribe a cardinal, piss off Salzburg, and insult him, maybe, possibly. This is like reading some kind of code. Like, it's like copy-pasting the scripts from these decisions and stuff. Yeah, I will pay 30 ducats. We have 4 cardinals. He will most likely be discovered, but we have 4 cardinals. Speaking of cardinals, we are improving relations with Mamluks. We can declare war on Memmingen. Like, we are surrounded over here by 1 province minors. Most of them are free cities, except for Augsburg and Ansbach. They are not. But they are... Well, one of them is not allied to Austria. Augsburg may be our target next time. Yes, I'm going Protestant, if at all possible. Also, I'm going to upgrade my military technology because it's awesome. Extra tactics? Yes, please. And we can also take this. But we can also still wait a while. Yeah, we can't take it anyway. And then we'll go for that sweet, sweet militaristic idea group. Which one will it be? It can be like any of those. Even this one makes a tiny bit of sense. For that extra diplomat, cheaper military technology. This basically means this will make your technology 22% cheaper. An extra leader isn't bad. Nothing to shake a stick at. It may be. I was considering it to build it over here because it would cover all of these provinces. It would be really smart to build it here. I guess I will do it. Like if shit hits the fan, it will be nice to have everything covered. And I think I will have almost everything covered, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why it doesn't show the forts anymore, but yeah. Let's build it over here. I could build it... No, this wouldn't cover this province. Yeah, this is a good place for a castle. Let's build it there. And I will also double check where to build other buildings as well. Good idea. Yeah, military idea is like a given, but which one is the question? We can go offensive, which is always great. For the discipline and siegeability is nice. Prestige. And the better generals. Or we can go for defensive, for extra morale for our armies, which makes them do more damage. Extra army tradition, which is really strong. This is new over here, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Or it is, I think it's just swapped. The maneuver, then we have the maintenance modifier. Fort defense, and fort maintenance is going down with 10%. If you have a lot of forts, it can save you like a ducat or two. Reinforced speed, land attrition is nice. Oh, this is great. I think they changed and buffed the quality ideas. The infantry compatibility would give our guys 20%, which is really noticeable. Again, tradition. So those two together would be really nice. Cavalry compatibility and boats. So I don't think this is good because of the boats. And then we have the quantity idea, which will give us insane manpower and recovery speed. Cheaper stuff. Even cheaper stuff. Naval stuff, we don't care about it yet, but maybe when we take Pomeranian land we will. And garrison size, this used to make your buildings cheaper in monarch points, but no longer is the case. Land attrition and force limit modifier. They are both, like, I think one of these three it will be. One of those three ideas. Oh, policies. I'm not really sure which ones are good with economic, but it's a good question. So with quality we would get an extra discipline, which means 10%, that's not bad, but quality is too many boats. With defensive, it's not that great. Stability cost modifier and national unrest. Then we have aristocratic, it's not great either. Offensive, artillery compatibility is pretty good. Especially late game. So offensive looks like it would be best if we can afford a policy. And quantity will give us even more land force limit modifier. Like, all of them are kind of viable. The policy for the defensive is the weakest one, I guess. But it's not like completely worthless. It's just not fantastic. Maybe it's time to take up Diplo? Maybe. We can still squeeze out a little bit more. Yeah, offensive are pretty good. The discipline is good. Then you are lacking the morale, and overall the quantity are also fantastic as well. Having your garrison bigger, so it can defend better. It's not bad. Switzerland against Savoy. This is the third war, I think, or fourth. It's only second. Okay, this is again like about Wallis, but they were in a couple more wars before, so. Brandenburgian separatists, so they will go away when the cores are finished. To be fine. Just the overextension, all that got, all that other stuff stacked and just, yeah. I wonder if it makes sense to fall behind in military technology. Doesn't really, because of the next unit we will get. I think it's a big upgrade. It's extra 2 pips. Yeah, extra 2 pips. So we may not go full on idea group. And when you get to the next technological level, we will go with the technology, even before we finish the idea group. I would really like to attack my rivals. It's the kind of thing I would like to do. The problem is that they are not, like, Ottomans attack Poland. Weaken each other. Okay, we tipped up with Austria. We are also close to finishing the mission with Mamelukes. So let's fabricate those claims on Mamelukes so I don't forget. Oh, poor guy. Oh, no. No, we can't let the Prussia exist. You have to remove them before they start to be overpowered. Hey, Origin 800, welcome to the stream. And what is the best nation to start as in 1444? Because I can't seem to find an easy nation to play as. It depends. Like easy nation is, I guess, France, England, ish, Castile. Like these bigger guys, Ottomans. They are all easy. Muscovy, even Poland. Yeah, those are like the easiest ones. Austria. You can play as, although Austria is protecting the HRE, so you may do a bit more warfare than you would like. But all those I've mentioned are really strong when you start. And it also depends on the DLC, but they are still strong even with all of the DLC. So conquer Lubush. So the game just wants me to attack Poland. So I gained a claim, and I don't want it. Please rival him. Why are you rivaling England? Makes no sense. You have no reason to. There's absolutely zero reason to rival England. And what they have ever done to you. I think he actually likes Poland. That's the issue. Yeah, they like each other. They are keeping their relations improved. You're welcome, Origin. Oh yeah, I've Dutchman, the Knights. The Knights of Rhodes. Which start with the wrong religion. With tiny little island. Wait a second, I want to check this out. Do they have the super fort there still? No, they don't. They no longer have the high level fort over here. Also, they managed to convert to Catholic. Which is impressive. Allied to Venice, of course. They used to have like level 4 or 5 fort over there. Way before they were able to be constructed. Oh, I finished the mission, so I don't have to work on the Mamelukes anymore. Let's work on Hungary, for example. Or someone else who... Maybe fabricate some claims on him. He's openly hostile towards us. There's his 5 damn tiny allies. Which I want him to lose. But let's fabricate claims on him. This is all Saxon. So most of it is Saxon. Actually, what am I fabricating on? Anhalt. Which is Saxon. So this is all accepted culture. For us. All accepted. Austria is the Dutch. Yeah, that's maybe why. They're not claiming each other's shit though. They are like neutral completely. They like me. You don't like me. Because we are Bohemia. We are just lovable. Huggable. Fort is being built over here and we are fabricating claims all over the place. So Circassia is eating Georgia slowly but steadily. No. I am not really into royal marriages. There are these lingering relations that you can't really easily get rid of. Anjabak, whatever. And yeah, so I think in the next war we'll just take those 3 provinces from Brandenburg, and then we will just eat more. How about you? He's only allied to Hamburg. I think we will go for that. I'm almost sure that you hate them. Well, they are our enemy. So maybe he will help this time around. We have claims on them. He doesn't have claims, which is great, so he will not demand anything. And that's a nice war we can go for. We can take like one of their estuaries. Actually, we have to take this province, right? This is salt though, this is good. And this is an estuary, this is their capital. But I can't fabricate a claim on that. We need to take this one province. I think we should fabricate the claim for that ASAP. So when the claim on the Brandenburg is done, we will go for it. It's on a 9 development, so it should be cheap, relatively cheap to core. And then we can start spreading out and start taking the coastline up here. Should be pretty damn sweet. Ah, that stinks. That's aggressive expansion for nothing. Especially with the provinces being so cheap, it's like taking half a province but not really getting anything. The cores are almost finished, by the way. Cores are finishing up. There we go. Berlin is ours. Berlin is a core province of Bohemia. Amazing. And we got buildings. A castle up here, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, it will protect this stuff up here. It's completely fine. It's kind of getting a bit expensive, but if only 4 forts, you have 5. It's fine. We can fund it. We can fund it. We can have some fund. And let's just finish the claim. I wonder if you will be able to grab some worthwhile allies, because he was forced to remove all of them. He's just with Bremen. It's like this guy. This is Hamburg. This is Bremen. 2 province minor over there. The Lonely Giant. I'm not sure I will be able anytime soon to fight Austria. Maybe with France. Maybe with France and Castile. Yeah, they hate them, so maybe we can ally Castile and France. They hate France as well, though. Yeah, and together beat up Austria. But the problem is the extraordinary coring cost that's happening around here. Although this is a golden province and it's only 100. That wouldn't be bad at all. But I don't want any gold. No. We went down that path before, when we started the game. So while we are now claiming, let's check out the provinces, the autonomy, and if there is possible way to improve them in any way. They have good income, for example. We would build a temple over there, like for example in Dresden. I'm really not willing to spend the admin points on that. But the temple makes sense over here. The trade power is decent, nothing really to be too happy about. So let's build a temple over here. Nothing really amazing or fantastic. I think I finished barracks somewhere though. I think over here, yes. So it only gives still 250%. Oh, because it's of the autonomy. Okay, got it. Gotcha. Gotcha. The autonomy is still ticking, but I think this will be a viable province to build a barracks over there. And we'll just up it when we get there. And this one, nothing really strikes my fancy. Let's just build a temple over there, just for shits and giggles. Bohemian Navy just sounds wrong. That's why we should rebuild it. Right? I think that's the case. I may go for +2 guy over here when we are going for the idea group. Okay, rival of rival again. So the Pope. I wanted to improve relations with the Pope, so let's take the mission. Let's take him even more Diplo. Speaking of Diplo, let's level up. Let's not forget again, okay. 120%. When we take this province, we will be able to build a navy. Can you imagine having this coastline, having this insane trade node up here? It's actually not as good as it used to be. Look at that, that's just disgusting. Everything is flowing into Genoa. Yeah, making so much money. Aragon is making so much money over here. It's insane. That's why they have such a big army, actually. They have an estuary and an important center of trade. So this, everyone thought this was a buff to Genoa, but this is a buff to Aragon. The problem is that they are in personal union under Castile. So this will go to Castile and make them absolutely brutal. So moving this, making this not the end node, the Sevilla basically changes nothing, because they will get the trade power anyway, and even in a better shape. Will you colonize? It would kind of be fun as well, but this coastline is kind of far away from any colonizable land. Maybe we can attack Norway somehow, but I doubt it, but maybe. Everything is possible in this game. So they pieced out Britain separately. And then they lost the war. So again, they can't get their hands on the Vaud and Wallis. It's just impossible for them. And I'm pausing the game every time because it lags so much when it's going. It's just... I hate it. Every time something happens, I pause the game. Okay, so... What's next? Oh yeah, improving relations with the Pope. Yes, he already likes me somewhat. Same religion, enemy of enemy. Oh, he hates Venice as well. That's nice. It's gonna be a quick mission, and then someone else. We will have to convince someone else to vote for us. Look at that. Mantua is just raping Venice. Yep, and it's Venice attacking them. This happens all the time in this patch, I don't know why. 50 prestige. The Vladislav Hall. Vladislavský sál. The Vladislav Hall was built between 1493 and 1502. We built it way faster. By Benedict Reit, the leading medieval architect of Bohemia. It was the largest secular space in Prague and an architectural masterpiece. It was over 6 meters long, had vault 13 meters high, and was used for banquets, coronations and other important events of the court. It was even large enough to hold tournaments. I wanted to say that, with knights on horseback inside it. Yep, this actually is the case. I think it's now used by the Senate or Parliament, but yep, it was like a big room, huge hall, where there was like the tournament, like on horses, you know, Game of Thrones and the medieval times. It's pretty damn sweet. It was discovered. Son of a bitch. Oh, whatever. They have only 9 dudes. And they are behind on technology, so they will be just vanquished. Send in the cavalry, or something like that. And by cavalry I mean the mercenaries. They are going to fight for us. We need only 100 to call this. 90. So we can take up. And we can take the idea group. Which will be... Drum roll. I don't know. I have no idea. Offensive, defensive quantity. One of them is quite clearly better than the other ones. Like the defensive is really good because the first one gives you the really army tradition. This one is fantastic because it would give us like 13,000 manpower or something like that. It's just insane. The recovery speed is also awesome, so we can finally start using our actual troops again. The regiment cost, and this is kind of nice, so we can field the huge army, which it enables in the end. Good evening, fan and Blablesk. Welcome to the stream, guys. So, which one should we choose? I'm choosing between offensive or defensive and quantity. And they are all great. They are all freaking great. I think the top ones are offensive and quantity. This will give us good leaders, like at least 1-1, which is really nice. They enable us to siege faster, 20% faster sieges, give us some much needed discipline, and even give us a little bit of that. I think the next idea we will take will be administrative ideas, so we can, well, this will make coring a little bit less painful because we will not have to pay as much for admin, and this will make it even less painful. So, it will be one of those. Which one? I am ahead in military tech by like 11 years. I'm leaning towards offensive. Like, this is incredibly powerful. This first one, these two, like all of this is so freaking good. The discipline. The prestige is great as well, although we are kind of capped on that. The siege modifier is great, you are right. I am leaning towards the offensive as well, so let's take it. Focus it. And let's go. Full speed ahead. I think I will even grab a +2 guy, although... Yeah, we are over, so this shouldn't really limit us in any way. I will go with land maintenance modifier guy, which will actually pay a bit for himself as well. So we should be still making some decent dosh. We have 2 +2 guys. And they are all kind of paying for a little bit of their... well, salary by working for us. So that's kind of nice. So now we shouldn't be over the limit. Yeah, just at the limit. We'll take the first idea. It's kind of not that great because we may roll for a leader, but preferably not. But the next time, and this, oh, this would be so fucking good. Anyway, onwards to the great glory. I think it will be shorter to move from Potsdam. Potsdam. Wow! A traveling minstrel. Allow him to go where his heart wishes. +3 stability again. Because why not put the horses on the 3rd floor? Is it the 3rd floor? Yeah. yeah. It's awesome, isn't it? I think it's awesome. Let's start funding our army. Hopefully they will not grab a good... No, they only Hamburg. Fantastic. Bremen declared war. This fella... No, this is Hamburg. Bremen is over here. On Brunswick and Galre. Brunswick has been kind of eaten. Used to be allied with Brandenburg, no longer. Bremen are now allied with Brandenburg. So he is allied to this fella. Okay, we'll be fine. And you'll have some support from Muscovy against Kazan. Well, good luck blobbing out. He's like ready to rape him. Holy shit, that's a freaking Muscovy right there. Oh my god. Kalinmir, accent is strong with this one. It is, isn't it? It's drunk with me. I think I will unmodball this fort just to make it awkward for him to move around. Where do we have access? I'm giving access to some people. I don't think I'm getting access from anyone. So it's gonna be fine. And by the time the claim is done, we should be in a prime position to attack him. Denmark loves me. Oh, legitimacy is going up so freaking fast. No, you can build forts. You can build them in strategic places. Like, for example, I think I've built this one. No, this one. Yeah, I built this one, and I'm building one right down here. So they can cover the provinces that are not covered by other forts. So this is all covered by one fort. It's all covered by the capital fort. There is another one over here. It's kind of a little bit redundant, but it's covering more stuff over here as well. Again, redundancy. So yeah, and you can enable them and disable them at will. They have to just refill with the garrison. I'll wait for the claim and then we will start the final episode of this evening. The sad thing, you can't build embassy, for example, or other special buildings. Okay guys, so we are ready to start the war with Bohemia. I'm not going to spoil anything. If you want to see it, don't forget to subscribe and check out the next episode. And of course follow me on Twitch. Until next time, bye bye.